This is at Canberra's COVID-19 Surge Centre. Jonathan, who's been in line for the vaccine today?
Tom, good afternoon to you. Well, unlike yesterday when it was an elderly resident, the first person to receive the vaccine here in the nation's capital was actually a COVID testing nurse, 22-year-old Maddie Williams. In fact, she's been working on the front line here in the nation's capital for some time. And the facility, Tom, actually has quite an incredible story. You look around, it's actually an empty field, but they've managed to create a pop-up facility which took them 34 days to erect. It was the Surge Centre for use if things got out of control here in the nation's capital, and now it is rolling out the Pfizer vaccine and helping to inoculate those in the nation's capital. So good news and great news there. In fact, Canberra hasn't had a COVID case for 64 days now, I'm told. So the nation's capital well and truly on top of things. And the Health Minister making the point today that those receiving the vaccine really are the heroes at the moment.
Maddie and Nicoletta, two nurses, one of whom was receiving the vaccine as a frontline worker, one of whom was giving the vaccine as a frontline worker, are Australian heroes, and they're emblematic of Australian heroes who have helped protect this nation during the course of the pandemic. So there's a lot more to go, but the next phase begins in earnest today, and that's an extraordinary moment for our country.
Now, Tom, yet again, the Health Minister wouldn't say exactly what the figure would be for herd immunity across the nation. He also was asked about what was going to be done to vaccinate or inoculate Australians currently trapped overseas. He made the point that Australia wasn't looking to vaccinate those who are trapped away from home. Their priority was getting them back here, even though that's been incredibly slow going at the moment, and inoculating them once they come home.
Look, at this stage we are vaccinating in Australia. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade is considering the question of those Australians who are serving overseas. And of course what we're looking at is bringing Australians home.
And the Health Minister also making the point, Tom, that the government's looking to increase the Howard Springs facility in the Northern Territory. They want to try and bring more Australians back. The hope is once they begin the vaccination program across the country, things will be a little safer for frontline health workers and they'll be able to then bring more Australians home.